guys. I hope you are doing very well with all of your studies and that you are persevering in being at home. Miss seeing you. I miss your presence here in the church, and I look forward to the day when we can be together again. I'm here in the church next to the Divine Mercy image, as you see, and I talked about last year with you, Jesus' heart, which was pierced with the lance, and out come the rays of his love and mercy, the red and the pale ray. The red being the blood, the white being water, and the two sacraments. Blood for Eucharist, white for water, baptism. And at the bottom it's signed, Jesus, I trust in you. And those are very important words in the divine mercy of God. And when we think about the divine mercy, I'm sure in this day and age, many questions about God's love and mercy come up, especially with this pandemic, the coronavirus that is infecting many people and even causing many deaths as well. And maybe it's something you're worried about, or that makes you question God's goodness, his providence, his help in our lives. And today I want to shed a little bit of light and some thoughts for your own consideration and prayer. The first is this. When God created this world, he didn't create it to be a perfect place. What does that mean? Well, it means that God left us some room to do good things. If God created the world perfect, there would be nothing for you to do, because you couldn't do anything to make it more perfect or to put any act of love on the world or to make a choice to do the right thing, right? You would be like a little mannequin that God moves around, but that's not what God wanted to create you to be or this world to be. He created you in his image and likeness, which means he gave you free will. And you can choose loving things or unloving things, selfish things or generous things. And he made this world imperfect so that there would be an opportunity for you to do some good. I think today about all the nurses and doctors and caretakers who are doing so much good for those who are suffering with this virus. Just think, if this were a perfect world, if this never happened, that opportunity never would have been present. Those people would have never known that they could do these heroic things, put themselves in the line of danger and help somebody else and love them. But it also means that we have a choice, that we can choose or not choose. And so nobody ever became better, stronger, more intelligent by taking the easy route, right? You became stronger, better, smarter by doing the hard work, by studying hard, by working out, by eating right, by denying yourself certain things like fun and videos and the things you want to do so that you could become stronger and better in the areas of life that you know you're supposed to. If God didn't give us challenges or allow challenges, then we'd never be able to know what we were truly capable of. Because again, he would have done it for us, and he would have done it better than we could have. But that's not who God made you to be or wants you to be. Jesus really shows us that, doesn't he? And he comes into the world and he allows himself to suffer for love of us. And he sets the example. The other thing to consider, too, is something I always like to share with people who've lost a loved one, and that is through the image of art. In Van Gogh's Starry Night, you see impressionist art, right? And in impressionist art, that means there's just kind of blobs of color that meld together to create an image. And so if you were to stand right up to the canvas of any impressionist art, and especially Van Gogh's Starry Night, you would probably ask yourself, what in the world is this? Why is this brushstroke long and this one short? Why is this one red and this one yellow? Why is this a blob and that a little speck? And then maybe if you pushed away a little bit from the canvas, you begin to make a little sense and say, well, maybe these colors are coming together to make the moon or the sun or a star. Maybe these colors are coming together in brushstrokes to make a mountain or a cloud or part of the sky. But ultimately, you won't know what the artist had in mind until you push completely away from the canvas and you see it from the perspective of the master artist. How every brushstroke was carefully placed so that it would create the beautiful masterpiece that it is. God is the master artist, and he is making a great piece of art through the world he has created, through every age, through every human. Each one of us is a brushstroke. And maybe you wonder, why was this person's life long and this person's life short? Why did this person have a disease and this person not? And maybe you can make a little bit of sense of it, thinking that maybe this life affected that life. I think about that with my mom, having her illness. I sometimes reflect back and think, would I have ever discovered my vocation to the priesthood if I didn't experience my mom's illness? I really don't think I would have. And so it's a great blessing, even though it was great suffering and hardship for our family. But ultimately, I'm not going to see my mom's life, my life, your life, any of our lives really meant until we're in heaven with our Heavenly Father. And he shows us how very carefully he placed every life on this canvas, where it is, how it is, to create a masterpiece of beauty and wonder. And so, as we sit before the divine mercy of Jesus, I want you to pray with the words, Jesus, I trust in you. God's a loving parent. He knows what's best for his children. And just like when you were little, and you didn't understand why your parents said, go to bed at this time, brush your teeth, eat your broccoli. And it felt like cruel treatment sometimes, having to sit there and finish your broccoli or go to bed and miss your program. But it was all for love of you, to help you to become better. And you come to realize it later, hopefully. And so, the same is true with God. He is our loving Father. And day by day we should say, Jesus, I trust in you. And know that everything that God allows and does is part of his love and mercy for us. And we should always trust him. So keep trusting him. I look forward to the day when we can be together and at Holy Mass together. Keep praying for me. You know I'm praying for you.